Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the Most Offensive Podcast. I'm Slimmy V, and today I am going to be talking about heart inflammation in teens after vaccination. A very tricky video to even talk about because they are censoring people that are sending out misinformation, okay, or fake news or whatever. So I am reading this from BaseDon.com. Got it right here. I don't know if you can see this. Okay. If you can see this, give me an amen. All right. FDA adds warning to Pfizer, Moderna vaccines over growing concerns of heart inflammation found in teens. I'm going to read this. Please hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. And please, I'm trying to grow YouTube. This is not information coming from me, but I am citing the source of this, okay? The FDA is adding a warning to the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccine after the CDC announced a likely association between a rare heart inflammation found in teens and young adults and their second shot. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention made an announcement Wednesday during a presentation that over 1,200 cases of myocarditis and pericarditis have been diagnosed in individuals primarily under the age of 30 after receiving a Pfizer or Moderna vaccination. Myocarditis involves the inflammation of the actual heart muscle. Pericarditis entails the inflammation of the membrane surrounding the heart. Clinical presentation of myocarditis cases following vaccination has been distinct, occurring most often within 1 week after dose 2, with chest pain as the most common presentation, noted Dr. Grace Lee, who chairs the CDC's safety group. Health officials are still determining if there are any long-term issues. Let me stop it right there. Remember, these vaccines are not FDA approved, but they are for emergency use. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So if they're not FDA approved, and the fact that most corporations and companies are kind of making you choose between your job, okay, by putting a stipulation that you have to be vaccinated in order to come into the building. This, in my opinion, is wrong because in emergency use, something that have not been proven long term. They're still finding things out. I'm not saying that it's not doing any good. I am not saying that this heart inflammation is happening all over the place. Okay? It's a handful. It's it's not that much. But the fact that it is happening with a group who didn't need to be vaccinated, or a group who were not affected by COVID-19 as much as the elderly and the obese. Okay? So that's something that should have been taken into consideration when putting in place these rules and regulations, whether you should be vaccinated or not. If it's for the elderly, people that's over 80, really, they got hit hard with COVID. They died. A lot of them died, right? People 65 and up were affected like crazy also. So taking those things into consideration, that should have been the determining factor as to which age group should be in the front lines to get vaccinated. Teens if you're in your 20s, I mean, the way COVID affected you wasn't as much and as bad as the elderly and those with existing conditions. You know? So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I hope they don't flag this video. I hope they don't say I'm sending out misinformation. I am not saying that this heart inflammation in teens after the vaccine is widespread and it's happening all over the place. I am not saying that. But I am simply regurgitating or just picking out the news source that is talking about this. All right. So again, this is something that I wish Trump had not done when implementing Operation Warp Speed. Okay, I wish what he could have put in place is for companies and corporations to not force people to get this thing. Now I know Trump didn't say that you have to get it or whatever, but I felt that was a mistake. Okay, so he is not to go without blame. Again, I am not for worshiping someone to the point where you can't call them out on certain mistakes. Okay, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him. I don't think I think he's done a lot of good things. So I gotta call out whatever I gotta call out. It is what it is. All right. So if you're not offended, you probably wasn't watching or listening. I'm Slimmy V, and this is the most offensive podcast ever. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest. I'm out. Peace.